right, I get asked often about my everyday carry and what kind of stuff I carry on me at all times. And there's actually a lot. Like I have 2 bags, actually 3 bags that I have in my truck pretty much all the time. This one is kind of like my primary, my go-to. I always have like a fanny pack. Um, but I call this my gas station bag. So we'll start with this one and kind of like start with my person and what I would have on me pretty much all the time. I can reach this bag it probably 70% of the time of just existing. I can always kind of grab this thing if I need to just hop out and go into a gas station or if I need to get something out of it. So we'll kind of start with my person and we'll work our way up in my bags. We're not going to go into my third bag in the truck. If you guys want to see my truck bag, like my dedicated truck bag or like my gear, like my combat belt or like my primary rifle or anything like that, let me know in the comments and we'll kind of go over that stuff later on. But right now we're just going to go over kind of the stuff that I have on me all the time for like certain scenarios of me just getting around. So we'll start with on the person. I'd say the most important thing that I have on me all the time is going to be this knife right here. This is a Case Kickstart hunter knife. It's traditional looking knife, but it's got a spring loaded kind of blade and then the thumbs and the pocket on it so you can carry it all the time. So I really like that because it had that traditional look to it. Keep a lighter on me in my pocket all the time. Just because I don't smoke or anything, but you never know. Like sometimes, like especially like in the army and stuff, when your shoelaces would like shred, you can burn your shoelaces and kind of get them to go back in the holes, or you never know when you need a lighter. So what I do is I pull like that metal retention thing out of there. It makes it a lot easier to light if your hands were to be cold or something like that. I'm a really cold-natured person, and when my hands get like cold and start getting numb, I don't want to use them for anything. So I always pull that out so it's a lot easier to light. Going into like the next important thing. Well, actually, let's see what else we got here. The keys. So I always take my car keys off of my key because you can push this little button and it pulls out with the key ring. So my home keys and things like that, I don't have to carry around in my pocket all the time. And I keep one of these like toothpick things. I hate having stuff stuck in my teeth, so I always keep one of these on me. And like literally, if you come up to me and ask me, I probably have one of these in my pocket. I know it's a weird thing to have in your pocket all the time, but it's always there. So this pocket is kind of like I said, if I can reach for my bag and I need something like pretty quick, this is what I would go for. AirPods. You'd be surprised how often I use these. I don't use them to like make phone calls or anything, but if I'm in a bar or like eating or anything like that and people are trying to come up and talk to me, it literally, they see these in my ear and they're like, I'm just gonna not even acknowledge him today. But I'm doing it really because I'm probably editing a video and I can mute the noise and I can edit a video like while I'm sitting there drinking a beer and everything, just kind of like focus, and people really don't bother you when you got these in your ear. So yeah, definitely have that on me all the time. I do not wear this much. I really don't. But I keep an Apple Watch on me and I try and keep it charged. I usually have a charger in my bag for my Apple Watch and my phone because, I mean, you never hear a story about anybody getting kidnapped and the kidnapper going like, let me get your Apple Watch. It's always, let me get your phone. So you never know, like, if leave your phone in the truck and you're in a bank or something, you need to make a call or something like that. This is really handy. And if you're in the military and you know you don't want to bring your phone to formation, but you need to call a soldier or something like that, somebody's not there on time, if you got the phone playing on this thing, you can make a phone call and get somebody, that you need. So that's another thing that's kind of like in my primary pocket. And if I'm in formation, I'm wearing that. Obviously, I'm not wearing gold jewelry and stuff in formation. So again, my kit is not the most sophisticated, but I feel like anybody could have these things and be prepared on a certain level, at least that I am, because I do kind of use these things. And yeah, so we're going to continue. I keep another lighter in here. This is my pocket lighter. This is my bag lighter, just in case like I'm in sweatpants or something and I don't really have enough time to load my pockets. But I grabbed this. Like I said, this is with me all the time, more so than the things in my pockets are. So another lighter. Oh, this is really cool. So in this kit, I don't keep a big Gerber on me. I just keep this little I don't even know what this is. I think it's a Leatherman, but I keep this little thing on me. It's got a little light on it. It doesn't work. You know, it's got all the things you need. It's got a little knife. I don't use that obviously because I have my like primary knife, but it's got a knife. It's got a Phillips head screwdriver on it. It's got a flathead screwdriver on it with some kind of cork thing and a little saw. So I mean, this thing's really gonna come in handy. I literally use this to fix like my bathroom like faucet the other day. So yeah, it comes in handy. Matches in case all else fails. Really, I haven't ran into a situation where I really need to use matches, but sometimes I do just for fun or something because I don't feel like using a lighter. But so yeah, I keep that on me. This is the old Red Door lighter packet. They have these in there all the time, and I always pick one up. Floss. I like to keep floss on me. I haven't used this. It's like dirty looking and stuff, but I keep that on me. You know, just in case you need like fishing line or obviously to floss your teeth and things like that. It's a good thing to have, and you can kind of tie stuff with it. All right, going into the main pocket and the most important pocket. This is kind of like my everyday carry weapon and what I would have on me. Actually, on my person, if I'm in sweatpants or anything, this is probably in the fanny pack. But we carry a Glock 43 with a Kydex holster. I'll show you kind of like what I've done to it. All right, so I've done these. I've done an extended mag release. I've done an extended slide release. If you've had one of these Glock 43s, you know it's a lot harder to release a slide with the stock slide release on there. Stock trigger, this little base plate back here's changed out. Then it's got the Talon grips on it, so it just makes it practical. And I also have, so I believe this is Shield that makes these. You know, they make the 15 rounders for the 43X, but since I have, yeah, it's Shield arms. So they came out with the 9 round for the 43, and so I can carry 9+1 on that weapon, which is not a lot, but for the size of the weapon, it's kind of good enough for me. I do have a P365 firearm as well, which carries a little bit more. I like to carry that, but let's see what else we got in here. Oh, in that front pocket, I always keep a compass. You never know where you're gonna get kind of like, you know, confused at if you're in like a big store or something like that. This, like I said, this is more of like my small store bag. If I'm in like a big store, I have another bag I'll show you. But this kind of like, you never know if you have to run out or something. You don't know where you're at in your car. You think it's north, south, whatever. It's a lot. It comes in handy. We keep an extra mag. Obviously, again, this is the most important thing, is to have, you know, enough ammunition to kind of get you out of a bad situation if you're in one. Oh, and then we have a bandana, and you never know when you're gonna need this. Kind of like, I don't really have any like emergency stuff in here, but if you kind of like had to tie a wound or make a tourniquet or anything like that, kind of stop some bleeding, pack it in, whatever, this would be my first aid kit for this actual kit, because I have no first aid in this actual bag. And then I keep my Ray-Bans. This is obviously another important thing that I keep on me in this kit. So this is literally everything that I need on the day-to-day in this kit. And like I said, this one is always within reach. And yeah, so let's get to the next bag. All right, so this is my travel bag. I keep this in my truck typically if I'm planning on going on the road, or if I'm going into a big store or anything like that. This is kind of like what I would have on me. Sometimes I strap it across my back. Sometimes I'll chest it. I'm not going to show you right now because I got my hat on. But so this one has like a little bit more things that you would need if you were, let's say, stuck in a mall or a Walmart and the lights go out or something like that. This is kind of like a little bit more readiness, if you, so to speak. So we'll start with the outside packets. So we're going to go here first. Razor knife. I don't really use this much, but you know, you can never have too many knives, especially if you don't want to like ruin a blade on like some other thing you have. You can cut anything with this. You can cut drywall, carpet. So yeah, I mean, this could really save you. A Gerber. This is literally the most important thing. Even from the other kit, that little small one I had, that Leatherman. These things are super important. They have literally like every tool you need like day to day for any situation you run into. Little saw. You got Phillips and flathead like the other one. This one's got a knife. It's a lot sharper knife. Anybody, if you've ever played with a new Gerber, you know these knives are sharp. And a file. So it's got everything you need. This is a really important tool. I recommend you put that in your kit. Another compass. This one has a whistle on it. I'm not a really good whistler. Like, I know a lot of people can do like the mouth thing or like that, but I'm not a really good whistler, and I never realized like how important that could be if you needed help, especially with a low voice like I have. Like, I can't really yell for anything either, so I got one with a whistle on it. These compasses are like crap and everything, but at least it'll give you a general direction of where you need to be. All right, in this pocket here, we have another lighter. I keep duct tape on this lighter because you never know what you're going to need duct tape for. Again, I removed the little metal mechanism that makes it harder to light. So it's a lot easier to light, and I have a lot of duct tape on here. This is probably, I'd say at least 5 foot of duct tape probably. A lot of duct tape on there. We have a fire starter just in case a lighter goes bad. If you don't know how to use these, look it up. It could come in handy. And then it's got like the magnesium block on it, so you can kind of shave more metal and start a bigger fire. Flashlight. This is a SPA Defense SPL 120 Novatech. It's pretty bright. Yeah, it's bright gold. So I actually use this a lot. I literally use this all the time. This is one of the items that I grab out of that bag very often. All right. In this little pocket here, we have, just in case my primary weapon is still the Glock 43, which it usually is, right? Like, I don't switch out my weapon when I pick up this bag. It's usually still in my holster, in my waistband. So I have 2 mags there. And if this was strapped across my chest, I'd be able to get to those really quickly and get in there. I keep them in here like this so I can kind of like, I finger mag. But also, I have a like fishing kit. Again, I would have that that floss on me if need be. And I'll show you. I have this telescoping fishing pole. What I was really looking for, one for something I could carry. It's still a little bit too big for this bag, but it's not for my other truck bag, which is more of like a get home bag type scenario, or like a bushcraft bag. It has everything in it. But yeah, so this thing has worms, hooks. I mean, like, I could catch fish off of this thing. Anyway, I keep enough in here where I could eat if I had to. Let's get on the inside of this bag. All right, so the next thing we have is this. So this is a Glock 45. Obviously, it's got some stuff done to it. But, you know, I feel like it's practical. It's got everything I need. Compensator, threaded barrel, Talon grips like the 43, an X300 light. I absolutely love firing this thing. It shoots really flat, and it's honestly still kind of small. It fits in this bag just fine. So it's got plenty of rounds with it. With this mag extension, it carries like 23. And then also keep this on me, a 30 rounder. And there's just plenty for this weapon if I have to carry it. I don't keep it in the bag all the time, but it's if I'm in a bigger store, if I'm traveling, I'll have this on me at all times inside of this bag. But I also have will have that 43 in my waistband and the holster as well. So pretty much would have 2 firearms on me at the time that I have this one. Might be a little excessive, but whatever. Also keep a tourniquet in this bag. It's like I said, this one does have a little bit more medical in it. There's nothing like a tourniquet when it comes to stopping bleeding. If you're ever in a situation where you need a tourniquet, this is probably the only thing that you're going to be able to save your life with. So I would definitely keep this in a bag if you intend on being in sketchy situations, or just, you know, you want to be prepared. I keep a bandana in here as well. Like I said, you never know when you're going to need this. You know, this thing has many uses, so keep one on you. So I also keep this fixed blade in here. This is nothing special. This is just from Walmart. You know, it's just a regular fixed blade. It comes with paracord on it. So I really wanted it because of that. And it's, you know, it's always good to have a fixed blade on you. You never know if you're going to need to make some kindling or anything like that. And you really won't care if this is going to get damaged, because you can just resharpen it a lot easier than you can, like, with your pocket knife. It's a lot more blade to work with. Keep a headlamp. This thing is really cool, actually. I mean, you can take it off of here. It's got IR light in it, red light, white light, blue light. This thing's really cool. You can take it off, put it on your kit for signaling and everything like that. And it has IR if you have like night vision and things like that. It's really cool. Also keep a chest seal on me, 2 of them. This really comes in handy if you ever have like a entry exit wound type situation. This would definitely save your life. It's good to have some stuff on you where you could kind of, like, you know, preserve your life for a little bit longer before you get to medical care. You never know what you're going to be in. Combat gauze, same thing. This is going to clot blood. You just pack it into a wound till you can't pack it anymore. Save your life. And we keep harmonica. I don't know why I really have this in here. Maybe so I can just keep people entertained if we're in a situation together, and so I don't get bored. But hey, that's pretty much it for this kit. Yep. That's all we got. So yeah, if you see me in a Walmart or anything, this is pretty much what I have on me. You know, in my preparedness and readiness, I feel like everybody should kind of, you know, have some of these things on them. Like this Gerber, this is literally, I use this thing all the time. So it's not the most extensive readiness kit that anybody can have, but it's affordable, and I feel like most people could do this if they wanted to do it and kind of be prepared if you were in any kind of situation. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or want to see any more of like what's in my truck and what's in my truck bag, let me know in the comments. Y'all like and subscribe so I can continue to make videos for you guys like this. Go over to my TikTok where I post every day. Yeah, this is different from my normal content, but I get this question a lot, and I feel like I did have a little bit of knowledge on how I wanted to make my kit and how I wanted to be prepared for certain situations. So if it helps you out, please let me know. Well, there you go. Y'all keep cowboying on.